fast eating. We eat super quickly as society. We drink a lot as society. We also eat, drink, and poop very fast. But is that any good? Well, a systematic and a meta-analysis article by E.C. Coli and colleagues suggests that slow eating rate can help with obesity. They also found that people who have a slower rate of eating also have lower BMI. Another article suggested fasting can be associated with adiposity, metabolic syndrome, diet quality. All these just mean fat. So why am I talking about this? Well, mainly, by the way, those articles just to scare you about obesity, but really, I love food. We all love food. I eat a little too much. That's why I will become a daddy. Acknowledge your daddy. But also, mostly, appreciation. That is the topic of the day. That actually is the word of the day. Appreciate. Folks, let's appreciate. Appreciation. Just appreciate. Amen.
Oh, yeah.
Hello there.
How's the food though?
I mean, it's alright.
What do you mean it's alright?
You use a smidge of turmeric, honestly. Just a little bit. Who made this food?
Me.
So, I'm once again asking for your culinary assistance.
Culinary assistant.
Precisely.
Okay.
Look, but I do appreciate the effort. Like, this is a solid first go. How many calories is this?
Good enough for me to go from the gym and back and now without dying.
Hey, salmon's protein though.
Amen. Anyway, let's get back to the regular program. Hey? Welcome back. Fast eating. You know, growing up in a Vietnamese household, we always, most of the kids been told that you gotta eat fast, you gotta eat quickly, so you could do to the next activity. So most of the time, we don't really get to enjoy the food. Well, we do, if the flavor or something like that, it really hit us really good. But most of the time, we would just eat fast. Eating fast in a Vietnamese household is also a good thing because now I could speed up my time in eating. Also, I could speed run my eating, and it also give me time to do everything else directly. But in exchange, I feel like I miss out on a lot of taste and flavor and time to appreciate the food. And there's a lot of time where I wish I could slow down and appreciate it a little more, but time and circumstances and culture kind of instill into me with that, so I can't really exactly slow down. And I think that is a bad thing. But there's another rule to it too, is that we cannot leave any grain of rice behind, big or small. So pretty much if you eat 2 portions, you better finish everything. Every single piece of rice. Because there's a saying in Vietnamese is that mỗi hạt gạo là một giọt mồ hôi của người nông dân. which means each piece of rice is a drop of sweat of the farmer, which I think is a very meaningful thing to have and to understand, because that just made me appreciate more of the food and where it's come from.
Hello there.
I mean, eating fast is great, but mostly I do not feel fulfilled. Not full. I do feel full, but just not fulfilled. Fulfilled is like a satisfaction in a way that is like, I am tasting the flavor. I am enjoying deeply remembering this. Not only that, is give me time to think about how much effort and thought and love that the cook put into it. So, with that being said, that's only appreciation. Appreciating the food, importantly, appreciating the cooks. You know, when I say appreciating the cook, I think also is part of me being kind of selfish is that when I do cook, I do want people to appreciate the food and I guess do appreciate me a little bit for cooking or even trying to attempt to cook, right? Because I do appreciate my mom, my aunt, my dad, you know, and my friend, whoever's cooked for me. Even the flavor may not taste the best in the world, but that's not what matters. What's matter to me is that someone actually attempt to do something nice. And that's what really matter. And in the future, I do hope that my cooking will improve so that I could cook for my future wife and kids. And hopefully my future wife could cook for me. DoorDash here, Uber is here, but we have a problem. What's that problem is? Have a lost form of art. We lost the art form of appreciation and we need to talk about it. So, you know, fast food is a good thing when it started. Like McDonald's, you know, like you could just go and take what you need and buy and get out without worrying too much, wasting time. But then you're not really appreciating the food, you're just eating it. A burger could cost $1 and then you buy multiple burgers. You're just gonna eat that. And the taste is not gonna be the same and it's become stale. Like for example, during my college day, I wake up, first thing first, caffeine, then rice with whatever left. But I don't really think about that. I just eat. I mean, I could just literally eat anything. And it wasn't healthy either. So I gained a lot of weight through that. And also at lunch, I would just knock down under caffeine. So just eat more junk and more fatty and more unhealthy stuff. Even when I eat healthy, you know, quote unquote healthy, I still not feel fulfilled because it's simply we're just getting it through. So I feel like I did lose an appreciation for food for a while. And I think we all gonna go through that at some point in our life. And that's okay. You know, but like I lost the appreciation, but now I'm slowly getting it back through actually exercising. Exercising allowed me to appreciate food actually. How? Well, right now I'm on a strict diet. Full restrict diet. So no junk food, no a lot of sugar intake in the week. But on the weekend, I could go out and eat. But I still have to watch what I eat. So I kind of appreciate the weekend eating because during the weeks, I would be eating a lot of chicken. But what's the chicken? It's not really about the chicken. It's more about I cook the chicken how I want and know what I'm intaking. Through that, I was able to experiment different form of food, cooking a lot of new things. I even started my own Instagram channel for cooking. Shout out to Salty Dish. Go follow on Instagram. But through those things, through cooking and eating, appreciating on the weekend, I found my love for food once again. And I appreciate my time whenever I go out and eat with my friend. We take our time. And man, is the best feeling you can have. Because appreciating food is one of the best form you can do. And it's not about food. It's about just slow it down and appreciate. So let's get back to it, right? Appreciation. I like to be appreciated. He like to be appreciated. She like to be appreciated. They like to be appreciated. So let's do that. Let's appreciate. But how do we do that? Well, I'm gonna answer your question.
Okay.
So before we truly learn how to appreciate, I do want to point something out. Let's emphasize it actually. I want to appreciate other people cooking. And Why appreciate other people cook? Let's say use the word appreciate. I want to say thank you to the person that's cooked for me because that's important to me. Why is it important? Well, for once, they're cooking because they love you, they like you. Unless they really hate you, they're gonna put some poison in your food, or they just really make it terrible on purpose for you to eat. Just like some chef at the restaurant just say, hey, I don't like you the way you treat my server or my waiter or whoever. You gotta be like, let's make this guy food extra bad, right? We don't want that. We don't want that to anyone. And also, we don't want to create a negative relationship with anybody, negative emotion relationship specifically. So let's not do that. And the opposite of negative is positive. So positively, what is positive? Like, for example, I think say, thank you, smile, or just say, hey, thank you for cooking. I'm really hungry today and I'm glad I came home and there was food. I'm just blessed for the food. It might sound corny, cliche even, but that's what make appreciation work. Being cliche and corny and be able to express positively. Now let's bring it back home, right? Shall we? You know, according to Oxford's language definition of appreciation is recognition and enjoyment of the good quality of someone or something. Well, my interpretation of the word is recognize, enjoy, to see the person, action, or something. What I really want to see is the cook smile. Really, the cook smile. Mostly I'm dreaming about maybe an anime wife, who knows. But also the smile that when they're enjoying seeing that you enjoying their food. I think nothing bring more euphoric feeling like seeing someone smile because you simply enjoyed their creation. Stanford researcher reported that 3,878 participants from different 19 countries, they found that people that were participant in these, whoever sees it sketching of smiling, their mood would be improved. And whoever sees it more like an angry face, their mood would go down. That sounds crazy. Also, smiling is infectious. Another study showed that when the listener smile at the speaker smile more. And also when the speaker smile back to the listener, they also smile more as well. And this is actually kind of crazy. Now imagine we apply that to appreciative. You know, I think one simple way that we could do to show appreciation is saying thank you while smiling. And I think not for smile, by the way, like genuine smile. I just appreciate that you cook, being here and able to enjoy the creation, whether that is good or bad. By the end of the day, I think the most important thing is being sincere. And sincerity is the highest form of appreciation. And being sincere is also being honest, being truthful, and also is an action that is of showing of affection. So I do think appreciation is important. And word plus with action equal a winning combination. To reach happiness, I do believe that you need to look around and just kind of like be happy what you have and be happy with the people that truly matter to you. I think that's appreciating as well. Appreciating is simple. I do believe it's such a simple thing, but we kind of lost track of that. We kind of stopped doing it, and we only judge the product. We don't really judge the process of making a product. So if I were to, let's say, go eat right now, I think my mentality would be, let's judge everything overall, including the food, the service, and the atmosphere. What the people there bring to the table. And I think that's truly matter more than the end product. And just to wrap it all up, in the end, I just really want to say thank you to all my friends. If y'all watching this, I love y'all. Without y'all, I wouldn't understand appreciation and caring, because there's time where I going through a tough time, but y'all were there helping me out, and that is the best kind of form of appreciation and the best form of caring. And I think I learned appreciating through all my friends, and I am much more selective on who I give my appreciation to. That's not to say I don't appreciate a lot of people. I do. But just my friend, the truly that matter, always gonna matter. And I always appreciate them for whatever they do for me. Whether that's big or small, that will never go away. So if you're watching this, I love y'all. All right, so that's kind of wrap it in. Let's kind of wrap it all. And today's main point is appreciate of the small thing in life. So I appreciate a lot of people. Hey, thanks, dog. I appreciate you, big dog. Lastly, importantly of all, please appreciate yourself. Whoever you're watching, appreciate yourself. That's the first form of truly appreciating. It's appreciating yourself. Appreciate where you are in life, whether that is hard, easy, whatever mode you're playing on life. Just appreciate that you are alive. Appreciate that you're breathing, walking, even little thing. The little thing is what truly matters in life. And that start with appreciation. All right, folks. So all the article I'm talking about that I read it out, the statistic, it will be all linked in the comment or in the description. Although talking about comment, please do like and subscribe and comment on my video. And thank you, y'all. I love your dishes. That's it for now for Talk Salty. I'll see you next time. I love you, dishes.